EncrypGen. I'm the CEO, and I'm just beginning the live stream. I'm going to give you a bit of an update and just going to make sure that everything is working and that we're getting the actual audio. I'm going to give you a bit of an update. I see the stream has begun. Just going to make sure that everything is working. Beginning that we're getting the actual change the audio. I'm going to give you a bit of an update. I see the stream has begun. Just going to make sure that everything is working. Beginning that we're getting the actual change the audio. I'm going to give you a bit of an update. I see the stream has begun. Just going to make sure that everything is working. Beginning that we're getting the change the. If anybody cares to let me know that they're able to see or hear me, or that the chat is working, comments, if anybody cares to let me know that they're able to see or hear me, or that the chat is working. So I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that they're able to see or hear me, or that the chat is working. So I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that make sure that so I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that make sure that they're able to see or hear me, so I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that make sure that they're able to see or hear me, so I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that see on the road now, so I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that see on the road now, so I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that see on the road now, so I want to update you. So I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that see on the road now, so I want to update you. So I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that see on the road now, so I want to update you. So I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that see on the road now, so I want to update you. So I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that see on the road now, so I want to update you. So I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that see on the road now, so I want to update you. So I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know that see on the road now, so I want to update you. So I want to update you. If anybody cares to let me know see on the road now, so I want to update you. Try this. Can you hear me? Testing 1 2. Check 1 2. Testing 1 2. Somebody tell me whether or not the audio has improved. Otherwise, I'll shut it down and start again. Okay? Okay? Better? I'm going to stop this one and start a new one, okay? Okay, this is David Capsule, CEO of EncrypGen, and I'm going to take 2 on this live update now that I think we've sorted out the audio issues. If somebody can send me a text and confirm that we've sorted out the audio issues, that would be terrific. All right, people are saying it's better now. Great. Sorry about that. I wanted to bring people up to speed on things that we've been doing development-wise and where we stand with development, and give you a little bit of a sneak preview of our next release. I also wanted to show you how easy it is to move your data, put it on our blockchain, and get everything ready for our marketplace to open. So I'm going to do a couple of things today. I wanted to start out by telling you about some upcoming events. I told you last time about the one in Nashville at the end of this month. We have another event that I'll be attending. It is called the Exponential Healthcare Conference. It is in Newport Beach, California, October 10th. And here are the details. The website name is exponential.healthcare. I'm one of 4 speakers who are going to be involved, and I'll be talking about how blockchains like ours can improve access to your own data and control of that data and marketing of that data, and also how it can be used in clinical care. So if you happen to be in Southern California, October 10th, and want to attend that, you should register now. It is limited seating for that conference. Another conference we'll be attending is the Crypto Blockchain show in Miami. This is more geared towards folks in the blockchain space. It's going to be Monday 29th and 30th of October. I'm speaking on the second day. You'll see here I am on the second day. I'm slotted to discuss again the gene chain and our solution. So those are exciting events, and gives us more exposure in 2 different fields. Really, one is the exponential healthcare field is mostly going to be HR folks and some insurance folks. You'll see it is sponsored by Weinberg Genomic Advisors, CarePoint, and Burnham, which is a company that deals with insurance. So hope to see you at one or both of those conferences. Now I want to discuss the roadmap and show you what's going on with the product. So as you see, we're in quarter 3 right now, and slated for release in quarter 3 is a Gene Chain beta release and My Gene Chain version 2. Both of those are on track for delivery within quarter 3. And then in quarter 4, we have the full Gene Chain version 1 release. So as I wanted to show you those, but I want to show it to you in a context that will help you to start to get your data on our system indexed and ready to go for the marketplace. So I thought what I would do is walk you through the process of getting data from your 23andMe, if you've been tested by 23andMe, onto the gene chain. So if you've done 23andMe, you have an account, and here's my family account. This is our, we have several profiles on here. My wife and I, Dr. Gonzalez and I, Amelia and Alex, my 2 kids, and I thought I would show you how to get that data downloaded so you can upload it to our system, and I'll walk you through the process here. Because really, I mean, it's critical that everybody who wants to support what we're doing and be a part of the marketplace we're launching starts to do this themselves. And I've already uploaded our data, but I haven't done Amelia's. So I'm going to take her data, and I'm going to show you. If you're on your page on 23andMe, you scroll all the way down, and under Tools, you'll see Browse Raw Data. Okay. So Browse Raw Data, if you click on that, brings you to the page that you can download your data from. Okay. So it signed me out, actually, because I've been waiting too long. So when you're browsing your raw data, it's going to give you, you can search it here online, which you can look for particular genes or SNPs of your own. But what we want to do is we want to download our data. Okay? So here you would download the raw data file, and it gives you this text file once you've done it. Okay? So you go to Submit Request here, and then your request is in progress, and then you'll get an email showing you a link to download that data. Okay, I've done this earlier, so what I'm going to do, I've downloaded the zip already and extracted the zip file. You need a zip file extractor for that. And now, what do you do with this data? Well, I mean, this is what it looks like. It's sort of meaningless to most of us. To genomic scientists, it makes more sense. These are what are called RSIDs. This number here is the chromosome it's on. This is the position, what's called the position. And here, these two letters are the base pairs. Okay? So, and each of these is a single nucleotide polymorphism. That's interesting for determining your genotype and various traits and potentials for diseases, etc. So now what do you do with this file? Other than browse it and look at all the numbers and letters, you can put it on the gene chain. So now I'm going to show you a little bit of a preview of what's upcoming. And we're going to walk through putting that data on the gene chain. So I've logged into the development version of the upcoming release. And you can see I've got several files uploaded here already. I haven't put Amelia's in here. So some of these are uploaded, some of them are already indexed. You'll see mine and Dr. Gonzalez's have already been indexed. And what that means is our system has gone through the file and noted the positions of these RSIDs, chromosomes, positions, and variants, so that anybody who's searching for that kind of information can search for it. Now, what's really cool is we're going to be able to accommodate files from 23andMe and Ancestry and other sources that will all be indexed so that you can search across them. Okay, so you're only seeing part of the screen. Is that better? All right, I'm going to probably reduce the size of the screen so that it's better. All right, so now here I am in my gene chain environment. This is not the one you'll be using right now, but this is the one that we'll be releasing shortly. And here I can upload Amelia's file. So I'm going to go to Upload, and I can just drag and drop that file here. It's going to get uploaded. Is it better when I reduce the size? Yeah, okay, I'll reduce the size. So her file is now being uploaded. And that may take a little time, but when it's uploaded finally, you'll see that it will join the list of files here, and it will eventually get indexed as our system indexes it. Okay? Now, that's pretty cool, but I want to show you something else. So now we've got the search function ready. This is actually going to be available for everybody to use and to play with in our next release, so you'll get to see how search works. And you'll notice that we have several fields on which you can search. So all of the fields, all of the phenotypic and demographic fields are available for search, but also the RSID, the position, the variant, reference, chromosome, things that are important for genetic researchers to search on. And we add new fields. So let's just do a simple search here. In this development environment, there's just really mine and Vanessa's files so far, and Amelia's is getting uploaded. So let's do a search and see what happens. I just search for any male who has data on there. And of course, I'm taxing the system a little because meanwhile, I have I'm uploading Amelia's. Should close that down. Okay, I'm having some internet connectivity issues. We're going to search here. We're going to discard these other fields. And then run a search. There we go. So it has classified them according to demographics and determined that both Vanessa and I are the same, and in fact we have them. We've put our files in the same account, so it thinks we're the same person. But if I had created separate accounts, obviously it would have come back as two results from different accounts with different phenotypic and demographic data. You can see Amelia's is uploaded, but not yet indexed over here. So that is the next stage, the search results. So when this goes live, when we release this, your data, which is already up there, is going to get indexed. It's already being indexed, actually. And it will be searchable upon these fields and available for people to see, whether or not it's in there. But they can't identify who it is. There's no identifying information here other than the demographic and genotypic information. Now, the other thing you'll notice is that in your profiles with the next release, you can set an asking price. So I set 1,000 DNA as an asking price, and when you update that, that'll be your asking price. So when people get a search result, they're going to see the search, samples that fit that search, as well as the asking price. And then the final bit is the buy button, and that's really all that will remain in terms of making our marketplace. So the buy button, I've shown you the wallet before. I'm going to show you the demo now. All of this is demonstrating what it's actually going to look like. I'm going to change the size again so that it's a little more visible for you. If I scroll this way, okay, and then reduce the size, should be able to see more. All right, well, I'm just going to have to scroll. So here's what the search is going to look like in the final version. So I'm going to search for somebody with blue eyes, and let's say dark brown hair, ethnicity. Let's check for black. Why not? It's possible. And then a female. So, and this is the age range slider here. Heights. There will be more because there's obviously more information in our current profile page, and the final version of the marketplace will have all of that. And then you run a search, you get a nice little graphic of a helix. And then I can see my results. These are the results that satisfy the search, and over here is a nice little buy button. Okay? So that buy button will then complete the transaction, and then that person will get access to your data. And this is still the demo that includes the blockchain demo, so you can buy and send and receive on our multi-chain blockchain, which is the underlying version of the blockchain, the wallet. So here's what it'll look like in the final version. So things are coming along. We've got significant progress. We have only one final step after this next release, which I promise will be in the next 10 days. to bring together all of the pieces of the marketplace. And we'll be good for a beta release then of the gene chain. That is the beta release. And my gene chain version 2 is going to include the final important bits, which include settings and privacy. Consent here, you'll see here there's no longer whether you're not a European resident. You'll simply have this option, because you can delete your entire account and data with this button, and so we're satisfying the GDPR requirements with that. Okay. Now, I want to answer your questions and any comments. The problem is that I had to shut down the YouTube display of the channel so that I could get rid of an audio and video problem we were having before. So let me just see if I can open on my iPad the YouTube stream there, and therefore be able to get your comments and questions. So hold on 1 second. So I can open that here, and yep, it's loading. And if you have comments and questions, I'm happy to take your questions. Are there any questions? Hold on, I'm not seeing them yet. Okay, any questions? I see that everybody's commented on the quality of the sounds. Okay, will the new design be launched with the new version coming out shortly? So no, in the beta we're going to still be in the design that you see here. The integration with this, the ultimate UI is going to take a little longer, because we have some other features we want to include in that. Thank you for that question, Phil. All right. Any other questions? I'm not getting I'm not getting everything at the same time. So if there's a delay in my answering, give me a second, okay? I see your questions coming, but they take, I think we're about a 20-second delay. Any other questions? Okay, what functionality will be part of the release compared to the full release? Basically everything except the buy function. So you'll have the search function. You'll be able to upload. You'll be able to, all the uploaded files will get indexed. You'll be able to include a price in your profile of the data, all of the physical characteristics and demographic information, and the search. You'll be able to search on all of the data on the gene chain along all of these parameters and get a results page, but without the buy feature. So nobody will be able to buy yet. Okay, thank you for that question. Any other questions? So Phil, thank you for your questions. All right. Well, if there's no other questions, I can answer them asynchronously offline. You can leave them here. Okay. What is the going price for DNA data? That's an excellent question. Thank you for that question, Kamalhan. So there was a recent article we were included in Reuters, and that article, let me see if I can find it. So cashing in on DNA race to unlock value in genetic data. I'm going to bring that up for you here because that had some interesting question about it, or that had some interesting information about the price of genomic data. This article came out after this GlaxoSmithKline deal, where GlaxoSmithKline has invested $300 million in 23andMe to get access to data on there. And in this article, there is a reference of a study that indicated how much everybody would have made if they had been paid for the data that was sold. So the figures we know are that about 80% of the people who are using 23andMe are agreeing to have their data sold, and that there have been some enormous deals. The other figures we know are that each of those people who have agreed to have their data sold have had it sold or used about 200 times. So here it is. Okay, Caitlin Curtis, a research fellow at the University of Queensland, estimates 23andMe has made about $130 million from selling access to about 1 million genotypes prior to the GSK deal, implying an average price of about $130 for selling the data each time. So, that's a pretty nice, because it actually recovers the price of the test. So we think, that when you create your profile and set a price, keep in mind how much it cost you to get tested. And that might be a good beginning asking price, because if people are making about $130 for the use of that data, then that's, I think, a pretty good guide. Excellent question. Thank you. Other questions? Any other questions? All right, so as you can see, we got this mentioned in Reuters. We have some other interesting media appearances coming up. BBC will be airing a program that involves us shortly. We just signed the releases for that. It's been months in the making, and then finally they've got an air date. As well, at the end of August, the success files will be distributed to PBS affiliates around the United States. There should be about 400 affiliates that'll be receiving that. It's a 5-minute mini documentary. The series itself is hosted by Rob Lowe, and that'll be airing in various markets throughout the U.S., giving a lot more detail and background into what we do and how we help people. Okay, some more questions. Dennis asks, and how about the future? Will it be cheaper in the future when the gene chain gets more crowded? Yeah, that's our goal, right? So right now, if you look at the marketplace that exists, it's really basically 23andMe, Ancestry, and others who are accumulating that data and basically monopolizing that market. Now, $130 is a nice figure for us, but it's a drop in the bucket for the pharmaceutical companies and others who are paying for that data. But we can bring that price down lower by increasing the volume of available data, and by opening up a free marketplace like what we're doing, so that you as a consumer can go directly. You can get your file off 23andMe, upload it to the gene chain, and go directly to those companies and set a price and sell it. And we think that that's going to bring down the price significantly of the data, and that's going to make research a lot easier. And as the data flows and the volume increases, and your data gets reused, you'll get paid each time it's used. Excellent question. Tell me more about how EncrypGen is different from Luna and Nebula. Those are good questions, largely due to our business model, but also because we're first. So we're the first one with a platform. We've been in this longer. We're really trendsetters in this field. And we're very pleased that we're in such good company with companies like Nebula and Luna, who've also decided that this is the way to go. But they have different business plans. So Luna's business plan doesn't involve a token. They are going to have a pool of data, and they've registered with the SEC to do basically you'll get shares in the company for your sharing of the data. And Nebula has another plan. I mean, they were working with Veritas, which is their a testing company that's affiliated with the founders, and they are going to provide analytics services, but you'll never really get to own your data the same way you do on ours. In fact, you'll be renting it out. And from what I understand from their white paper and from the questions and comments that we've had with them, the data file is never really yours. You don't have possession of it in the same way that you do with ours. You can't, you can't then take it away and use it for your medical care, etc. You are stuck using their platform, and we intend to create a little more freedom around it. So it's a different business plan. Excellent questions. Any other questions? I'm checking the messages now. Any further questions before we conclude this live stream? Yes? No? All right, I think that's plenty. So if you'll go back and review the live stream and share it with folks, you'll see that I've given you a little bit of information on how to start using our platform better, as well as previews of what's coming. If you've done your 23andMe test, and many millions have, you can upload your data and get it ready for our free marketplace, which opens in its beta version in the next 60 days. So thank you so much for all of your questions, your comments, and for bearing with me through our technical difficulties. I swear I'll get better at this YouTube stuff for the future. Take care, everyone. Bye. Oh, wait. I have no idea who the piano boy is. Sorry, Zame. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.